My dad, Wilbur, was born in 1926 to the Maidu, Washoe, and Pyramid Lake Paiute people. Dad spent his childhood with his maternal grandparents in the Sierra and Long Valley area, learning to live with nature and the great outdoors. His grandmother taught him about the seasons and gathering, while his grandfather taught him hunting. On one hunt, Dad told us about crossing paths with a big buck. He said, "I was so excited, I kept saying, 'Grandpa, shoot, Grandpa, shoot.' Grandpa shot and missed, as if it was nothing. Later, they took home a smaller buck. Dad said he learned that big is not always tastier." As a young boy, Dad went to Sherman boarding school, and then at the age of 17 to the Navy to fight in World War II in the South Pacific. When asked why the Navy, Dad replied, "I thought their food would be better and I knew I could swim." Afterwards, Dad tried life in the city of LA, but longed for the outdoors. He eventually returned to Sierra Valley around 1950, where he raised his family. Some of my earliest memories of Dad are of him returning from a hunting or fishing trip. We would all run out to the car to help unload and see what he had brought home. I can still remember the smell of sagebrush and wind on him. Dad was old school. You ate what you caught. You never left anything to waste. Everyone contributed, cleaning and dressing the game. My sister Jean had small hands, and she was the best duck plucker. Retiring to Pyramid Lake, the home of his father, was a dream come true for Dad. Hunting and fishing were out his front door. Dad was not one to sit around. He found his niche in the family business as the master fly tyer and storyteller, showing up for work every day until the day he did not, at the age of 86. Visitors would ask Dad, "How long does it take you to tie a fly?" He would answer, "That's not important. I have all day." Or they would ask, "How long have you been tying?" He would say, "I'll quit when I learn." Little did they know, he had been tying flies for over 50 years. Out of all the colorful flies Dad tied, he only used one, a black one. He said the fancy ones were for the tourists. Dad saw himself as a simple man. We saw him as a carrier of the past, as our provider and teacher, and in the end, as an artist.